Hey guys, this is William with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. I'm playing, this is a Graey mega collection game with catchyslim, LePetitTree, and Astaroth. So, let's take a look at this opening pile. Nile farmer, so day labor and fishing, 3 food, you get to plow. Mud cleaner, whenever you use wood or stone for a wood or an improvement, you receive 2 clay. Hello, Rylocren. Hill cultivator, I know. Branch collector is 1 wood per round. Adventurer, free improvement actions if you don't have very many. I'm going to be first picking Wolf here. Wolf is quite a strong card. Yeah, Wolf is extremely strong. What am I getting back? I don't know, maybe one of these 3. Maybe Adventure. Not really sure. But, not too worried about it, because there's a pretty significant drop-off there. Alright, Overwinter. When you play this card, you get a grain. End of each harvest, buy a vegetable for 2 food. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. I should be able to afford the food if I get some boar that I eat with Wolf. Singer is pretty meh. Stone Curator, Cleric V1 is interesting just because of Wolf. The ability to hold the breeding pair of boar is interesting to think about. Part-time builder also gives me a way to hold the boar, but it doesn't require that I'm the last person to grow. So I think I'm going to take part-time builder here. And it's going to give me 1 or 2 stables, which I can use to hold a breeding pair of boar. So that's the plan there. Ooh, fresh dirt worker is still here. We've also got inventory manager. Animal tamer is not bad either. Animal tamer is not bad at all here, because you get you give yourself the ability to hold the animals, and then you get a grain or a wood which triggers one of them. Store owner is not bad too. I guess I'm taking fresh dirt worker here. Fresh dirt worker is a bit awkward with the part-time builder because I'm gonna block myself off from taking it. But I can plow 1 or 2 fields, maybe 2 or 3 fields. Yeah, animal tamer. If I hadn't just taken part-time builder, would be interesting. Store owner with inventory manager is good. I'm a little surprised nobody's gone for like the really heavy improvement combo. So Vine Dresser plus Fresh Dirt Worker is a bit of a combo where Fresh Dirt Worker provides the wood and then Vine Dresser lets you plow more fields. If you had a way to sow 1, like apiary or something, have a way to sow 1 resource per 1 good per round, that would be interesting. Mountain Farmer rewards fencing multiple times when we take a bake bread action. Oh, Village Baker. Yeah, I think this card is really good. Cards that let you discard stuff out of your hand, I think, are generally quite good. This is a way to get the grain as well, and with Fresh Dirt Worker, I can quite easily get some grain fields sown. I should look at Village Baker. You have to actually use the bake action, right? It says take, though. Yes, it says take a sow bake action for 5 food and 2 sown grain. Yeah, I think the card is quite strong. Quite strong. Graey killed me getting to the clay oven. I think I had a game against Graey, and he really beat me to the clay oven, as I recall. Okay. So it seems like my early game is plowing and getting the stables up so I can hold the animals, and then I'm growing later. Building and growing later. Which seems fine. Okay. I think since I want to kind of spam plow, I'm not taking Nile Farmer. Dentist is too slow. Not going to take Clay Firer. So this is Adventure here, I believe. Especially if I'm going to be late in the family growth queue, then I should be able to trigger Adventure a couple times. Definitely don't want Martial Artist. And if Adventure is no good, then it goes to Village Baker, and no big deal, right? With Nile Farmer, it is possible to try for 2 fields in round 3, but that's usually difficult. Usually once the 1 3-food action gets taken, someone takes the other one. Unless there's a lot of food in the game with early sheep, or Reedstone food is getting divided up between the different players and nobody's ox spamming. Yes, I think the question is, with Village Baker, do I have to use the bake bread action? So that's my question here. Seems like you have to actually use the bake bread action. So Overwinter can provide grain. Reserve Pupil is unfortunately not good here because I have 5 early game occupations right now. Even though I think Reserve Pupil is not bad. I'm gonna grab Singer here. Overwinter providing vegetables could be decent, but Singer's a bit more flexible. Yeah. Overwinter, it might just be better to take 1 vegetable than for me to play Overwinter. And this one, I'm hoping I don't need Homesteader. So I guess this is Animal Tamer. I could play Animal Tamer instead of Part-Time Builder. So it is a bit more flexible. Courtyard Garden, 2 bonus points for each unused space adjacent to your stone house. Probably not, because probably I want a fence and build stables. Animal Tamer triggers wolf, yep. Horse-drawn boat, 1 food, 1 sheep on each remaining round space, meh. Pine Forest is not good with what I'm planning to do with Fresh Dirt Worker. Camembert is fine. Acorns Basket is reasonable. Especially if I can get the reed from Fresh Dirt Worker or Singer. I have a couple ways of getting that reed. It's a little awkward, but it also like really forces me to have a cooking hearth. Do I want to be forced to have a cooking hearth? Yeah, because I won't be able to hold that plus the wolf so early. Camembert with Adventure seems pretty strong. Because I can do it in a round where I'm going to build into family growth. Yeah. I'll take the free point. Oh, a couple of fishing cards here. Trick to like whale oil. Do I want to play Swing Plow? So Swing Plow lets me get all 3 fields from my Fresh Dirt Worker right away. I think probably the answer is no. Yeah, I think probably the answer is no. Because I'm going to want a second action plow in rounds 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that the plan is Awk Plow, Clay Oven. So, okay, so Fresh Dirt Worker can give me a clay, and then it can give me a stone. So I can do a clay action, and then have Village Baker in play and build the clay oven. And there's my feeding plus an extra grain. And then you go to the sow bake space and bake again and sow 2 grain. Yeah, it's a pretty strong sequence. So yeah, probably doing something like that. So yeah, I don't really need grain elevator. Not going to play Trip to the Lake or Whale Oil, I don't believe. So Black Swan Lake it is. Black Swan Lake is very strong anyways. Yeah, I should probably be aiming to discard 4 cards for 4 grain. 1 when you build the clay oven, or 2 when you build the clay oven, and 2 when you do your first sow bake action. And that's how you get 2 grain fields sown, and then you're set for baking the rest of the way. Although with Wolf, maybe it's not as pressing because Wolf does get me an extra grain, so maybe 3. Just discarding 3 is acceptable. And only sowing 1 grain field and then triggering Wolf. Well, you could trigger Wolf when you sow that grain field. You don't need to discard another card. Yeah, that would probably work. Okay, so part-time builder and singer can provide stone for stone axe. Chicken coop is probably not what I want to be doing. It's going to slow down my wood room once I'm actually ready to start building it. Paved road is meh. Although paved road, I don't actually hate paved road here. With adventure, I'm looking for to play very few miners that have a very high impact. Carrot on a stick. If I had any vegetables, this would be a pretty solid option. Sugarcane. When you sow grain on this as if it were a field, you must exchange them for 2 for each. No, thank you. Yeah, so it's stone axe or paved road here. I guess stone axe is the pick considering I have a couple different ways of getting stone. And if I don't play it, I'm happy throwing it away. So this game is kind of at odds with itself. Because part-time builder, fresh dirt worker really don't go well together. So I guess I'm probably playing part-time builder and probably instead playing animal tamer. The problem is animal tamer requires me to build the third room before I can actually breed the boar. So that's awkward. So custom improvements plus adventure. It's not clear to me that it's an action, but looks like it's a pretty good combo. Yeah, and this is another reason to grow really late, is because if I grow late, then the other players will have played improvements on the family growth queue. Stable tree is interesting, except that it has to be on my turn, so it doesn't actually work with part-time builder. Hey, chat. You must bake something on Village Baker. Okay, makes sense. Yeah. So then another question. My next question now is custom improvements. I commented on it recently, I think. Oh, maybe not. So with custom improvements, oh, why is it not? Yeah, this is the question. Does it work with scholar playing improvements? Are those counted as actions? Yeah. I'm not sure. I'll ask the other players at the table what they think, I think. Bathroom looks fine here. Like, bathroom's a card that I'm happy playing or throwing away. I don't have strong opinions one way or the other. Oh man, Church of Lake and Whale Oil are still here. Nobody took them, eh? That's pretty surprising. As much as I love Whale Oil, it does not fit into this hand at all. I'm going to take Dwelling Mound here. Yep, I might play Dwelling Mound with Adventurer. All three of the fishing cards can go to the last player. And this one, Carrot on a Stick? Sure. Yeah, so I have a couple miners that I'm happy throwing away, and maybe one occupation to turn into grain. So that looks fine. Yeah. Yeah, so this is an unusual game. So I think the plan is I'm trying to get stone in round 4 from Fresh Dirt Worker so that I can build the clay oven. This used to be a forced whale oil stream. It's not a forced... It wasn't a forced whale oil stream. It's because this is just not a good hand for it. This is just not a good hand for whale oil. Because I want to play 3 ox at least in stage 1. I could even try to pull off a 4 occupation stage 1. Because I really want to play 3 ox in the first 3 rounds at the minimum. Because I want to play Fresh Dirt Worker and Village Baker at least. Very likely I would also like to play Adventurer if I can. So if I can play those 3 cards and use Adventurer after getting a stone from Fresh Dirt Worker at the start of round 4 to build the clay oven, that would be so incredible. And actually I start first here, which means I get to do what I want. Although it does mean I have 1 fewer food for playing occupations. But, Whoops. Let's play Fresh Dirt Worker. Yeah, the other thing I do is instead of playing Adventure, I can play Singer. So let's say I only plow one field. I can use the field for 3 clay. There's my clay oven, and then Singer can get me a stone. Or I could just take a stone. Playing dirty. I like that. Let's get a field, and then round 2 plus clay. Has Lumen started streaming yet? I have to do something on his stream. He is not. I guess he usually starts at 1. He's more regular with his timing than I am. Maybe a bit more organized in his personal life. LPT green elevator? Sure. Green elevator is a good one. So I should get occupation round 2. And I will play... If major minor flips, I could maybe play Adventurer. Yeah, major minor flips. So second action sheep could happen from Astaroth, which means I could trigger Adventurer at the start of round 3 and play Camembert or Custom Improvements. Scholar not working because you're not using it. Yeah, it doesn't. You don't take the action, right? Right, and I think that's a reasonable interpretation. Play Adventurer here. I was thinking about playing Wolf, but I'll play Adventurer. I can play Wolf before my second Sobake action, or my first Sobake action. Yeah, I'm on board with that. Chet, that Custom Improvements doesn't work because it's not an action. With an action. That's the key thing here, is that it's an action. Adventure doesn't say it's giving you an action. It lets you do it by paying its cost. It sort of like bypasses the action. So I think it's not an unreasonable line. LPT 2 clay 2 grain already, so that's something I have to keep in mind. That I might be competing with LPT for the clay oven. Keep plowing fields. Round 3 plus wood. Love catchyslim to start player here, because then Adventurer could go off at the start of round 3. I could play Dwelling Mound. The problem with Dwelling Mound would be that then I can't play an Ock and plow a field. I mean, I'm probably just throwing away Dwelling Mound, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, start player. Excellent. Stable tree. Nice. The fact the fireplace hasn't been built yet is a bit scary. So what I could do here is I could 4 clay plow, get a stone at the start of 4, and build the clay oven without baking, and then in round 4 play village baker and then take a sow bake action, and then I've got a grain field sown. That would work. I could do that. If I think that, yeah, like the issue is LPT looking like he's also interested in building the clay oven. So the problem is LPT can beat me to the clay oven pretty easily just by taking grade here and then first move Reedstone Food in 4. So I'm not a fan of that. And I definitely want the clay oven. Definitely, definitely. I could get blocked by plow getting blocked, but if that happens, then it probably means LPT didn't take clay or grain again. Because it doesn't look like Astaroth wants to take grain. LPT's playing Silo Builder. Okay. Wow, there are a couple different stable cards going around. Silo Builder, Part-Time Builder, Stable Tree. A couple different stable cards. There was also that use Reed to build a stable thing. Lumen has started streaming. Okay. Astaroth plays Axe. Alright, so going second next round basically guarantees I get all the moves that I'll need. I'm going to adventure a clay oven. Yeah, since sow bake is unusable. So yeah, get a stone here. And then this action is Village Baker. And then after Village Baker, I play Sow Bake, sow a grain and bake a grain. And throw away Dwelling Mound, I guess, since that card can't actually be played anymore. And then I collect wood at the start of round 5. I can take wood and plow, and then start collecting reed and start thinking about my wood room. This looks like quite an excellent start. Uh,
Play-agricola, thanks so much for the Prime Gaming. That's awesome. Thanks so much for sending the Prime Gaming my way. That means a lot. Obviously, I expect most people to be subscribed or following William here.
oh, we've got a sub train over on Lumen's stream.
And Average Joe's, thanks so much.
Alright. I just needed to use my Twitch Prime. Figured. Alright, so Dwelling Mound to the board. And what's the other card going away? Probably Part-Time Builder. Yeah. Get a grain and bake it, and then sow a grain. There's 2, bake 1, sow 1, feed 4, harvest, round 5 plus wood. catchyslim's got Rent Keeper. Ooh, round 4 Rent Keeper, eh? Did he not get the right moves to get it out earlier? I guess he wanted to get StableTree out. So StableTree plus Rent Keeper could be pretty deadly. Like, getting wood per round and then being able to take Reed from Rent Keeper, that could be pretty strong. But, yeah, as Mariska likes to say, with Rent Keeper, you're trying to build in round 3 if you can. Let's see, catchyslim got Reedstone Food in round 1. And then in round 2 did not get Reedstone Food, and in round 3 did. So I wonder if maybe catchyslim was supposed to take 3 wood in round 1, 3 wood, 2 wood round 1, and then take 2 reed round 2. Maybe. Depending on where they were in the family growth queue, or in the build a room queue. But it might have been fine. It might have been fine. Astaroth, building a room with axe. Yeah, so I get an awesome 4 wood action here. I could also take 3 reed. 3 reed might be even better than the 4 wood. Because if I take 3 reed, I probably wheel the 4 wood action, right? Or not, I don't wheel the 4 wood, but I probably wheel 3 wood, right? I think. Yeah. 3 reed also saves me having to plow another field, and I can just stay at 2 plowed fields and collect wood that way as well. So the reed is excellent here. This lets me do something like second action wolf if the 4 wood, 3 wood are gone. And then it sets up for Animal Tamer. Animal Tamer getting a grain, which would activate Wolf, get me a second grain and a boar. So I don't actually have to throw away any more cards if I don't want to. catchyslim going for 4 wood, unsurprisingly. Took stone food. And also not start playering here, even after Astaroth built. So catchyslim trying to build the well, I would guess. And also just happy with Rent Keeper staying online a bit longer. LPT building the cooking hearth, sure. So Astaroth could choose to start player here, doesn't have to. catchyslim's already passed on it once. So yeah, I can't really, it's hard for me to jump catchyslim because catchyslim does not mind stable blocking at all. catchyslim's pretty happy to stable block. If family growth comes late, I'm in a really good spot. If family growth comes late and catchyslim builds the well here, but they can't build the well because major miner's blocked. Could take clay. If family growth comes late, I'm in an incredible spot. catchyslim Reedstone Foods, yeah, I'm in an incredible spot. Really incredible spot. What's LPT thinking about? Great, taking great again? Maybe 5 clay. I mean, 5 clay's good action. Could start player into 6 clay. The grain elevator play in combination with the silo builder is a bit odd because you're just getting a really large amount of grain. So what is that grain being used for? What payoff does LPT have? Taking traveling players at 5 food here. Yeah, so Astaroth, if Failure Growth flips in 6, it's not. Wow. That's so good for me. That is really good for me. What? Astaroth doesn't even start player? I have to build here because catchyslim took reed food. So I have to build. Oh, I get plus wood round 6. Revised edition chapel. I don't even know. Like if it's green, if you can turn like 5 grain into points at a 1-to-1 rate, that's awesome. But I don't know. Catchy Slim's playing Mud Cleaner here. If you're gonna build a bunch of rooms, Mud Cleaner looks pretty good. But why are they not start playering? I don't understand. I'm assuming that Astaroth will start player here, and then I get to sow bake, and then I'll sow bake with my second action. And I'm happy with that because there's going to be amazing. Well, it's not guaranteed, but there should be good resource actions next round. Especially the 3 stone. The 3 stone would be phenomenal to build the stone oven. LPT taking the sheep. Yeah, there's 6 clay still. If Astaroth doesn't start player, I will. I definitely will. Start player Black Swan Lake. And then I could play Camembert or Bathroom next round. Plays Granary. So taking the clay to be able to play Granary is nice. And then that plus Gardener's Wife. There's a lot of crops in this game. Village Baker, Silo Builder, plus the Grain Elevator. A lot of crops in this game already. Gonna sow that, and then I'm gonna bake 1, so I'll discard carrot on a stick, since I don't really have a great source of vegetables. Disc for 1 grain. And then round 7 I get a clay. Clean Stats 70 says, I just watched your Coaching Dr. Game video from 2017. Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's kind of a series. There's a bunch of them. I should actually make a playlist. Yeah, I should make a playlist of that series on YouTube. But yeah, glad you enjoyed it. It's actually did a video with him not too long ago. Have I? I think I put it up on YouTube. It was maybe a week or two ago. Yeah, it's a series. There's way more of them. Yeah, I should. Oh, it's Lover. Okay, so this is the reason for all the food is Lover. Nice. This is the reason for all the food is a round 6 Lover. So LPT gets effectively the first family growth here. Astaroth playing Warehouse. Okay, so I could play. I could play something with Adventurer here. I guess I will. I'm gonna play Camembert here. Yeah, there's definitely more of them. Clean stats. If you search Coaching Doctor Game on the channel, you should be able to get more of the videos. So there's 6. Man, there's 6 wood, 7 clay, 3 stone. I really don't want to have to start player here. Start player is like the worst move. Especially since LPT is not going to build again. Or LPT doesn't look like they're going to build a room. So LPT is not going on the family growth queue. Astaroth is several actions away, although if he gets 7 clay, he's a lot closer. I really, you know what? The 3 stone is phenomenal. The 6 wood is also really good, though. I do have stone axe, which makes that a bit better. I'm going to take the 3 stone here. And then... Oh, but this doesn't let me stable block, although I don't really care about stable blocking. Yeah, I'm taking the stone here because of the stone oven. Sorry, I'm thinking here. 3 stone and a food. And then I'll put a food on plow. And I'll put a food on... maybe on 7 clay. There's no way I'm wheeling 7 clay, right? Never wheeling 7 clay. Although, Astaroth needs food. LPT will take the clay, though, probably, right? The 6 wood... You know what? I'll put a food on the 4 wood space. I'll do that. Could also have put it on occupation for wolf. But I'm not in a big rush. I want to grow. Like, I'm in no rush to play the wolf animal tamer combo when there are amazing resource piles on the board. I'll do that when there are more of them. Let me see. Did I have a couple playlists. I haven't been good about updating them. Let me see if I actually made a Coaching Doctor Game playlist. I should have. That was really silly of me that I didn't do that. Yeah, no, I don't. Oh, that's really silly. I definitely have to make a coaching playlist. But yeah, there's definitely more of them clean stats, especially because my day-to-day game is like probably pretty unintelligible for most players. Like it's difficult to follow along. I wonder if I could have marked start player. Because if I mark start player and encourage somebody else to take start player, then that could be good. Okay, so catchyslim has not picked up their well food yet, right? So catchyslim can start player into grow, which I think means that I have to now. Yes, I believe that is the case. Play Black Swan Lake here. And then I can play Stone Axe next round on Family Growth. Feed 4 plus Clay next round. Yeah. I also have to speak speak to Nathan at a bit. Like, he just doesn't have all the cards internalized, so I have to walk him through just some of the card interactions a bit more. Probably, I'm gonna ask him. Probably, we'll do a bit of a New Year's Eve fun stream on New Year's Eve. So I'll probably try to get Nathan on. Maybe try to coach him. Maybe try to do 2 games on New Year's Eve and get him on for one of them. And yeah, yeah. I'm not sure that Camembert play was worth it. It might have been taking a risk for no reason. I don't like Catchy Slim has seemed like they are not interested in start playing into growth. They've seemed like that, but it feels like it's not worth risking it. The 3 stone was very nice though. If I could use Adventure to build the stone oven, that would be great. That would be really good. Oh, why are my people not meeples? That was weird. They got turned off. There we go. Oh, that was quick. Updated very quickly. Play Stone Axe here, or do I play Bathroom? Yeah, Stone Axe first. Bathroom, I might not bake grain again until stage 4. Because I do have a pretty good amount of food here. I should actually pay for the Stone Axe. That's a thing that I should be doing. So, start of round 10. If I plow one more field, then I can get a stone at the start of 10 for Stone Axe or for the Stone Oven. So wheeling plow is good here. Man, I can't believe there's 8 clay on the table. 8 clay would be fantastic. Definitely could build another room really quickly with 8 clay. It's never getting past Astaroth, though. Because Astaroth would love to reno and build another room. Late family growth was good for LPT's lover, staying on 2 rooms here. But the rest of us are having pretty good games, so... yeah, like there's really good stuff going on for everyone else at the table. Catchy Slim playing Cleric here. This is why. I thought LPT might have had Cleric, but Catchy Slim took Cleric with Rent Keeper. Interesting. Well, very good value action. Fencing 6 and plowing a field. Very, very high value action. LPT taking the read here. Is LPT going to build another room or try to build 2 more rooms? I don't think so. But maybe. Wow, Astaroth passed on the 8 clay. Holy cow. Well, I'd love to plow here, but I'm never passing this 8 clay. Round not especially not when I can reno stone oven. Round 9 plus clay. Round 9, get a clay. Catchy Slim is now going to start player, it looks like. This could be Reno, actually. Could be Reno horse-drawn boat. It is Renault horse-drawn boat. Okay. So sheep and food for the rest of the game. Nice. Catchy Slim's having a really nice game here. Do we consider Clayroom even though it's late family growth? Yes, definitely considering a Clayroom here. I'm planning to play Animal Tamer, so the fourth room is useful for holding animals. And I have 12 clay, and I already have my clay oven. The stone oven only costs me one, so I have way more clay than I need, especially when I continue to get clay from my fresh dirt worker. So the pottery would be good, but I have enough clay now to build the stone oven and Reno and build the pottery, especially if I get like one or two more clay out of fresh dirt worker. So yeah, definitely gonna build another clay room. Especially because LPT is unlikely to be going back to the build room space, and Astaroth is Astaroth passing on the clay is so weird to me because I'm looking at Gardener's Wife and thinking, man, he would love to get there. I should read Warehouse, by the way. Oh wow, Warehouse. 7 clay. Okay, so I think the pottery is getting built by Astaroth. I think the pottery is definitely getting built. 7. Holy. LPT is building a room. Interesting. Why is LPT building a room here? Because they have some card that provides room, maybe? So I think my 3 actions this round are 4 wood, plow, Reno, stone oven. Toss custom improvements for a grain. Yeah, so Chet, this is so okay. So Chet, your analysis is correct in that in a late family growth game, building the fourth room is often not that valuable because you only grow like either in the same round or one round in front of when you could family growth even without room. So you're right. You're on the right track there. The difference is in this game, I spent all stage 1 setting up my farm. So my feeding is already taken care of. It's super easy. I already have a ton of building resources for the room, so it's not like it costs me a lot of action. And then I also have 3 fields plowed already. So I just have like I have a very my farm is a lot more developed than it would normally be in a late family growth game because of the strength of my village baker and fresh dirt worker powering out my game. My video on how to play. Yeah, there should be more, and I said that there was going to be another one in August. um, the thing is, yeah, there should be more. I should make more of them. I guess it's just like hard to. So the thing is, it's that kind of content is YouTube only, and I don't know. I don't get the same fun vibes from YouTube that I get from Twitch. But yeah, I should do more of those. I think I said my goal was to make it a monthly thing. I should do more of those. Thing is, Educator is like kind of a unique card. Need some time to set up holding board from Wolf. I'm honestly not worried about that, Chet. Well, so the thing is, Educator is a unique card in that people know that Educator is very powerful, but I think they don't understand why exactly, so they misplay him a lot of the time. So I think that was part of why I was incentivized. I'm not sure what else I could do. Maybe Head of the Family would be a reasonable one. Um, the thing is, I also haven't played Head of the Family for a while. So it also is helpful if I like play the card. Maybe what I need to do is if I'm gonna pick a card, I need to like get people agree that I'm allowed to force it into my hand as my first pick, just so I can practice with it. That might be a thing to do, or force it into somebody's hand so that we know it's in the draft, so we can see like. Then I can have some like video content. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Yeah, I also really enjoy the thing I really enjoy about the educator video is the chart, the table that I made, where you compare the number of played useful occupations to how much food you've spent. I really enjoy that. I think that is really useful and informative. But I think that's not necessarily um, that's like an obvious, very obvious mathematical solution that doesn't necessarily exist for other cards. So I think definitely that was part of what motivated for me to do that video was just being able to make that chart because I think that chart is pretty neat. Um, I guess Renault is a little threatened, even though the stone oven is not really. It's all Renault stone oven here. And a toss, custom improvements. To get a grain. You know what? Do I even need to do that? You know what? I don't need to toss for an extra grain. I already have plenty of grain. Bake one. Bake two so that I don't need a so bake action next round, even though I probably want one. Yeah, bake two. And then I want last action plow because last action plow means I can take a stone in round 10 or a reed. Stone is better, but so I guess actually reed is not bad because if I take reed, then I can reed stone food instead of two reed, and then I've got an extra food compared to taking two reed. The math was nice. Yeah, it was. Definitely enjoy that aspect. Yeah, so the other thing we were talking about, maybe I should do a video on Agricola heuristics, on what are some good heuristics for Agricola. Um, don't don't use expensive occupation when it's going to cost you an extra food. Generally, there's something better to do if you're gonna instead of expensive oc. Because if a card gives you food or a resource, like the conversion of one food to that resource is not necessarily something you would want to do. Um, we talked yesterday about not taking a begging card ever. Like, yeah, hold your position in the family growth queue. Like, don't let if the multiple people can grow and you can start player in to grow, then that's something that's it's almost always correct for you to do that. Plow here, excellent. Yeah, yeah, plow for sure. And then feed 6. Round 10, I can wait to react to what the others are doing, but probably take a read round 10. Yeah, especially because there's 3 stone and reed stone food on the board. So round 10 plus reed looks nice. Yeah. There's 2 reed and reed stone food. I'm happy with either because I do want a third reed for my Stonehouse Reno. So either's fine. I do still have Singer here as well to get me. Most of the time, Singer's getting me 2 stone this game because the 2 stone can be turned into 6 wood very easily. I should actually add the reed to my farm. That sounds like a good idea. Oh, catchyslim immediately taking the 3 stone. Maybe not recognizing that Astaroth was able to grow. Man, LPT has so much grain. LPT has so much grain. It doesn't want to grow yet. What about a series not about one card, but about a group of cards? You know what? A series on the 4 wood occupations would probably be pretty good. Yeah. A video about the 4 wood occupations. That's an excellent idea, Ryla Kren. And then talking about the different 4 wood ox and about how you use them, which are the strongest ones. Yeah. That's an excellent idea. LPT plays Remodeler. Okay, so this is why LPT built a room, because of this Remodeler play here. So they're going to remodel their house to get a 4th room. So it means if I want to build another room, I do need to put in a little bit of work. I'm pretty sure I want to build another room anyways, though. I think it's not... it's just like, what else am I doing if I'm not building another room? Astaroth, Woodbridge. Okay. Yeah, like I don't have any stone here, which is... I wouldn't mind first action 3 stone activating Stone Axe, but I have to take Reedstone food first to actually be able to get... before I actually take my wood. Both me and Lumen are very good at explaining the various draft strategies associated with different cards. Yeah, I mean, we've done a lot of drafting, right? And in the draft phase, that's like what you're talking. That's like the most important thing. You know what I mean? So that's definitely something that we can focus on. Put a lot of effort into talking about. Um, so thinking about what I'm doing here, there's 3 boar available. I could almost just play Animal Tamer and take 3 boar, and do I even need Wolf at that point? Wolf is probably still worth it because it comes with an extra grain, and I do appreciate the extra grain, but it's getting close. I mean, Wolf could be turned into a grain with Village Baker, so... Yeah, that's like his default. Like, Montu has to see something pretty strong. He has to see a really good reason not to go for that first room, right? Catchy Redo to stone already. Wow. That's pretty early. Good. Makes it Reno easier on the rest of us, for sure. Video on Whatner, actually. Yeah, you're not... Yeah, that makes sense, chat, because it is something that we kind of take for granted that people just talk about. They don't really explain. Basically, Nur is focusing on building and growing and not allowing anything to get in the way of growing quickly. So the reason Montu likes the Reedstone food space so much is because it provides food and reed. So you focus on getting that first room. And so I tend to favor reasons not to build. I'm always looking for reasons not to build the first room because I like getting the second room fall into my lap. Or if I am going to build the first room, rather than forcing it and competing with other players for it, I like if building the first room's open, I'd rather the other players like push me into that line by taking all the occupation actions, for example. In general, I value taking occupations very highly. So LPT can't build here. LPT not being able to build means I can build a room and grow in front of Catchy Slim if I can grow in front of Catchy Slim if I start player here, but I think this is better. And then I can last action build. Especially because Catchy Slim is doing other stuff. It's possible Catchy Slim lets me grow first in 11 and doesn't first action family growth. And then if Catchy Slim does first action family growth, I probably get family growth in 12, so that's fine. Because LPT would have to Reno and then also get on start player. So it's just a lot for LPT to do. Because I think there's a pretty good chance that Astaroth will start player in 11. Because he's happy with Family Growth Gardener's wife or with Plowsow. He really likes both actions there. Yeah. Sort of means nothing but family growth. So yeah, you focus primarily on and the other thing is it's very powerful. Like when you can grow first and then also grow fourth, that's very powerful because you're just going to have such an action advantage over all your opponents. You're going to be able to take the good resource actions. You're going to be able to react to them doing or not doing stuff yourself. It lets you take good piles of wood when your opponents don't take it. It lets you start player into 6 wood because you have more action, so that means you're going last in the rounds very often. Astaroth store owner, this is the point whenever you build a major, right? I'll build here. I could almost build 4 stables. How much more stone is in the game? I have Singer for 2 stone. So I could go for the pottery, or I could go like with Wolf. The pottery's not bad, or I could go for my stonehouse reno. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna build 4 stables here. I think I have enough wood. It also lets me take animals next round. And then round 11, I get a stone from Fresh Dirt Worker. Yeah, and so the other thing is important to note is like their FG also it's also sort of a mindset. Also, it's a strategy, but it's also like something's gonna have to be really good to take me off of Reedstone Food, 3 wood, Reedstone Food, 3 wood. Not playing a lot of Ox in stage 1. Because if you don't play a lot of Ox in stage 1, then if you get 2 or 3 Reedstone Food actions, well, that carries you that plus 1 bottom feeding action in stage 1 or 2 carries your feeding for the first 2 harvests, which means you can focus that means that lets you sit on start player to get family growth when it flips. If you get enough Reedstone Food actions, you can build a well, which might cover your 3rd harvest. Also, is a bunch of points, and it's also one of those global things that we're all competing for, that everyone in the game is competing for, the well, because it's a very powerful improvement. Oh, catchyslim taking wood. Alright, so that means I get to grow here and play bathroom. Cool. I guess I could not play bathroom. If I don't play bathroom, it gives me the option of using adventure to build a major improvement in the future. So that's something to think about. Yeah, it's probably worth not playing bathroom just to do that. Especially because even if I don't play bathroom, it could just be turned into a grain directly with Village Baker. It doesn't have to be like bathroom will provide maybe 1 or 2 grain, maybe 2 or 3 grain this game. Nothing really important. So, yeah, that makes sense to me. LPT's got 3 field rotation here. Oh, that's fun. Family growth here, no minor. I do want to sow action because if I don't sow, then I don't get to activate Fresh Dirt Worker around 12. So I could vegetable into sow, but there's 2 cattle available. Oh man, I still want to play wolf and animal tamer. Man, there's lots for me to do here. Lots for me to do. But that's okay. That's what round 12 and 13 are for. Lots of time left. It's a lot easier to deviate from Neuron 4s. Resources are scarce and food is critical. 4s have the diversity to clown, a term used to describe strategies that highly deviate from the build-grow paradigm. Yes. Also, clowning also refers to like doing stuff like buffing up the traveling players' fishing and day labor spaces, since those are notoriously weak spaces, especially after the 2nd harvest. 2 cattle are here. I gotta take 2 cattle. I can't say no to 2 cattle. Jeez. Jeez Louise. And then last action, so bake, hopefully. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's contested. Norwegian. I haven't heard that before. That's funny. That's really good. Yeah, we have our unique preferences, for sure. Alright, so catchyslim's going to fill up his farm, no problem. Wait, didn't he take 2 stone at the start of the round? Oh, catchyslim built the pottery. Oh, pottery's gone. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, so my clay is not as useful. So it can build it'll build the fireplace, I suppose. That's fine. Yeah, it can build the fireplace. I don't need the pottery. It was just nice because Wolf also provides clay. But I don't need it. Yeah, I just built it, yeah. With the second action of the round. Yeah, one of the reasons I like playing Ox is because that's one of the things that changes every game. So if you play, so if we think about this, so let's say you play your best 2 occupations every draft, okay? That means you're playing the best 2 out of 7 cards. Well, that means that the times when you play the same 2 occupations increases a lot, right? Whereas when you play more Ox, more cards, the draft, like when you add more cards to that, when you play your best 5 cards, well, that means there's way more unique cases than compared to playing your best. I need to sow 2 here, right? No, I only sow 1. Yeah, only sow 1, and I'll bake. Yeah, I'll bake here. Bake's fine. And I'll discard bathroom for a grain. Feed 7. Harvest. Round 12. Get a stone. He can clay room. It's the harvest, so he can't use it. The warehouse, yeah, the warehouse is just not doing anything here. I feel like Astaroth was a little too patient. Like playing store owner and peasant was extremely greedy. And negotiation. Like he played so many cards before the major improvements. Yeah, sometimes, like a lot of the time, it's going to be correct in general to play fewer cards. But I skew towards playing more cards for sure. Plow So flipped here. That's good for LPT. Because catchyslim probably doesn't plow so over plow and field. Or family growth. Could see both of those for catchyslim. But yeah, with Mud Cleaner, the pottery is obviously fantastic. Yep. So LPT gets Plow So. Or family... Actually, you know what? It has to have family growth here. So that means Plow So gets to Astaroth. And Astaroth is quite happy. So I'm doing something like 3 wood that becomes 6 wood, oak, vegetable, reedstone food, something like that. Yeah, 3 wood, oak, veg, reedstone food. Or play oak twice and take sheep or boar, but probably not. Probably I just play animal tamer in 11 or in 13 to get the breeding boar. Does catchyslim grow? He seems happy with Rentkeeper. You're right about that. that it's possible he doesn't grow, and LPT could make that gamble and take Plow-Sow here. You're right. You're definitely right. And maybe with Vine Dresser, Plow-Sow is just not as interesting in action because he can get his other like 3 fields without having to do anything. So there were a couple cards with this effect in the draft, where you're turning clay into stone. So that is a way for people to use all the clay that's in the game from Mud Cleaner and Warehouse, although the Warehouse doesn't come until super late. Yeah, and then you have some players who value so there's like tension between desire to win and value to play a unique game, and I'm farther along the desire to play a unique game than at some other players. And there's some players whose like sole drive is to play a unique game over like winning altogether. Although those are not generally streamers. I didn't say any names. This game's going a little slow. Have I been pretty slow? I feel like I haven't been that slow. It's cool when it works. Yep. Yeah, Plaso got taken. So I could also start player here, but the 3 wood is quite nice. And I don't have a miner to play on start player. So yeah, family growth. Getting family growth without room would be nice. Plow-Sow is less interesting to me. I'm not as interested in Plow-Sow because I should be able to get a plow action, and I'm going to need one more bake action anyways, so I'm not too concerned. catchyslim playing Overwinterer here. Okay, so if I am going to play Wolf, it has to be on expensive Ock, which is fine. I have plenty of food. But just have to be aware of that. It means my bake action might have to come this harvest rather than next harvest. But I'm planning to take vegetable this round anyways, so it should be very doable. Yeah, the 4 stables might mean that I don't get to a stone house, but that's okay because 4 stables are equivalent to the stone house in terms of number of points. And they also allowed me to take the pair of cattle, which was a 4 point action. Also provides some food if I build a fireplace, so I'm waiting for Astaroth to actually play a major improvement, because once Astaroth has a major improvement, then I can adventure the fireplace, the 3 clay fireplace. That's kind of what I've been waiting for, is for Astaroth to do that. And it looks like he's going to finally Reno this round. Reno and activate his peasant. So that means I should be able to play Adventurer Fireplace at the start of 13. Yeah, I guess the downside, so the nice thing about coaching is I don't really talk about the lines that I think are bad or not worth considering, which I generally have to rely on chat to ask me about those lines. And that's one of the things that we're playing with Nathan is good, because he'll ask me, what about this possibility? And I'm like, well, I don't think that's good, and here's why. So that helps. Because I generally just talk about what I'm hoping to do. I do sometimes talk about alternative lines, but mostly I have a pretty good idea in my head of what I'm trying to do. Is LPT going to build another room? Looks like it. Yep, build yet another room. Or, actually, you know what? The clay could go towards his stone reno. Yeah, he did play hard porcelain, right? So that can become Yeah, that can become 4 stone for a Stonehouse Reno. But so long as Astaroth Renos this round, there's not really much Reno pressure. Because if Astaroth Renos, then all 3 of us can Reno in 13 and 14. Just as long as someone does in 13. Yeah, I'm a little slower than I normally am, although still the fastest player in the game. Astaroth building the fireplace. Okay, so no fireplace for me. But if I do activate Wolf for clay, that gets me my 5th clay, which could go into the cooking hearth. Astaroth also could definitely upgrade the fireplace. Yeah, you know what? Could upgrade the fireplace to the hearth because it comes with a field, right? So we could see that come. Gonna read Stone Food here. And then Vegetable and Occupation Wolf as my last 2 moves. I don't even know. Do I even need Wolf anymore? Like, Wolf giving the wood is nice. Like, I certainly am going to want to take wood. And I think Animal Tamer is probably worth playing in 13 since it lets me get either the boar or the sheep breeding. And it also lets me not have to worry about fencing until 14. The problem is, everyone wants defense here. Everyone at the table still wants defense, except for Astaroth, who's pretty far away from fencing with only 1 wood in their supply. But LPT wants defense, and catchyslim wants defense. So, nobody fencing this round is interesting. But the thing is, even if I don't get fence, I can build the joinery, and it's not atrocious because I do have the ability to hold animals with tamer in my stables. So, come on, guys. Catchyslim keeping start player here for no work is pretty good. I think Astaroth is start playering last move, but it could be Renault Cooking Hearth upgrade or Renault BMW. So, we'll see. Yeah, Renault BMW. So I could start player, but I think taking veg is fine. Like, Plauso is nice, but Plauso is not really that good without a vegetable in my supply. Because like I said, I need one more, at least one more so bake action this game. Probably just one more, but I need one more for sure. Round 13, get a stone. So catchyslim needs a lot of food for the rest of the game. Because he needs to pay off his aquavit. So he has to pay 3 food to get rid of his beggar. He also needs to... he fenced here. Oh, wow. Fencing instead of plowing the 3 more fields. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, there's a good amount of fence pressure here, so probably a very good play from catchyslim here. And I mean, if he gets the boar, or he already has boar and sheep. Yeah, seems reasonable. Man, Lumen's game's going to be over before mine is. LPT growing again. Man, that rent keeper has not been interested in family growing at all. So that means I get plow sow or family growth, both of which are incredible. I'm guessing I get plow sow because Astaroth with gardener's wife and peasant prefers family growth. So I need to make sure that I actually need probably only. I have to think about how many fields I actually sow in because I want fresh dirt worker. If fresh dirt worker could give me a stone next round, that would be pretty good. Because that would be my stonehouse reno right there. Oh wow, Plaso got taken. I'm surprised by that. Well, family growth is great. So one action is definitely going to be occupation animal tamer. The other action, and then one action is take wood after animal tamer, because I want to get 2 boar out of my animal tamer. So that means I need food with my final move, which could come from a sow bake action. Is there another way for me to get food here? Oh, Adventure could provide me food. Adventure could have actually played something. It could have maybe played custom improvements this round. Oh, it's too late for that. Yeah, definitely too late. Maybe I should have tried to build the cooking hearth with Adventure at the start of this round and taking clay instead. Um, yeah, getting the boar breeding is nice, and then I guess a sow bake action is acceptable. So animal tamer plus grain plus GO. I could also have triggered wolf off of the village baker. But animal tamer providing me the ability to hold animals is nice. Yeah, I didn't get the fireplace, exactly. Yeah, if I'd gotten the 3 clay fireplace, that would have been way better. And, yeah. Maybe I bake here, and then I get the 3 clay fireplace with adventure in 14 because Astaroth upgrades to trigger peasant. With no wood in his supply, yeah. Also, it looks like nobody might start player again. Which means catchyslim might have held start players from 12, 13, 14 for 1 start player action in 11. So LPT only has 3 stone. With hard porcelain, can take clay to get the last stone. So probably we might see last action vegetable here to get 3 clay, which is enough for the 2 stone for the stone Reno. The problem is Astaroth can Reno as well. So that kind of puts a little bit of pressure on LPT. So I'm not going to pay a stone here because I want to be able to Reno. So I'm going to get plus wood O here. If I have to, I can eat raw grain. Not ideal to eat 3 raw grain here, but it is doable. It's probably worth it if I need to start player into Reno Fence. Although Reno Fence might not be that contested. I don't know. Yeah, LPT taking vegetable as predicted, getting 3 clay. So LPT now can Reno. So Astaroth's move decides what my last move is. If Astaroth doesn't Reno, if Astaroth takes stone and doesn't Reno, yeah, okay. So that means I have to start player into Reno Fence now and eat a couple raw grain. I get a stone, round 14. Custom improvements can be played for no cost here, but I think I will not do that. Reno Fence 12 here. Yep. So I have a pretty solid improvement score with 2 ovens and all my miners giving me a point. My animal score is decent. I do need a sow bake action, and if I don't get a sow bake action, I really need to build a hearth. Or build the hearth. And considering LPT has to Reno here and Astaroth has no interest in sow bake, I should wheel the sow bake action. So that's good. Whoa, I'm pretty surprised by this. LPT deciding not to reno and instead taking wood. Huh. Wow. I'm very surprised by that. Huh. Does he think Astaroth is gonna... What does he think Astaroth is doing instead of Reno here? Reno cooking hearth upgrade, right? Unless one of them has paved road. If one of them has paved road, and it's probably LPT because Astaroth doesn't have enough stone for paved road. Yeah. Yeah, probably paved road for LPT, I guess. Astaroth's trying to decide what they're going to do. Ooh, family growth, getting a vegetable, not renovate. Interesting. Odd game. This 2, get 2 grain, bake 2. Let's see if LPT renos this time around. Nobody had any miners they wanted to play, eh? Nobody had any miners they wanted to play. Start player really did not change hands very many times this game. I guess I threw away 4 of mine. And I played 1 without using an action. So I think I'm beating catchyslim, but yeah, I guess it depends on how catchyslim feeds at the end of the game here, which is just eating 3 sheep, 3 sheep and a boar. We both have a 4-room house. They have better pastures, better animal score. I have better crop score. They have the well and the pottery versus my clay oven, stone oven. They have an extra field and no unused space, so that helps. Did Astaroth not realize that that was coming? Yeah, we're tied right now. Astaroth just realized that he could reno. Yeah, that's a shame. I have 3 more moves left, so I think I'm beating catchyslim. I think. I guess he gets rid of his begging card, so he's actually 3 points ahead. So I need to make up 3 points with 2 moves. Which, if I take sheep, that's 1. Or that's 2. And if I plow, that's 2. I should be able to make up the points. Astaroth building the joinery, negotiating by returning the fireplace, which means the fireplace is available. So that's a 1 point move that also gets me my final food. So it's actually a 2 point move. Plow, nobody's going to legally take plow. Yeah, these two can't legally plow. So plow is unblockable. Oh, major miners taken, of course. Yeah, what am I thinking? What was I thinking? Alright, take 2 sheep. Yep. I'll save my last action to be plow, so then I just need... What? What am I going to do with my move? Best I can do is 1 point. Taking grain is 1 point. Taking food is 1 point. Taking vegetable is 1 point. Animals 1 point. Clay is not worth anything. Well, clay is 1 point because it gets me a boar with wolf. Yeah, the difference of building the 3 clay fireplace and not was pretty massive here. Yeah, it might be the difference between me and catchyslim here. So let's see. catchyslim eats a clay to go to 8. And then they eat a sheep and a boar to pay off their beggar. So they have whatever they score +1 because they breed the cat +4 because they breed the cattle and they so they end with 54. Breed the cattle, get rid of the beggar. So I'm at 49 +2, 51. Field 53. And then a 1 point move. So it looks like it's a tie between catchyslim and I. I just need actually no, you know what? Because my 1 point move doesn't actually give me a point, it prevents me from having to eat a point. So it looks like I lost by 1 here. Damn. Nice game by catchyslim. Well done. Well done. Delaying the family growth was a very, very potent strategy, obviously. They did well. I'm going to be 1 point off of... I'm going to have 3 sheep, 5 cattle, and 4 boar, which is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate to end that way. But yeah, not getting the fireplace is massive here. Not being able to use my adventure for a point without using an action. It would actually have been 2 points without using an action. So that was a problem for sure. That's about the stone curator. Okay, so I'm plowing and taking grain or whatever. Take a cattle. Doesn't really matter. Takes the boar instead of playing wolf. I couldn't hold... the thing is I couldn't hold the boar at the time. So I would have had to play Animal Tamer first, either way. Right? Because I was already holding the cattle, so I would not have been able to hold the boar. I would have had to... play Animal Tamer and then take the boar. So if it's going to have to be 2 actions either way, I think Wolf Animal Tamer is fine. When there were 3 boar. Right, but I couldn't have held 3 boar. I could have held 2 at most, because with the cattle. Right? I guess I could take boar and then play animal tamer after. 2 boar, 3 sheep. Yeah, so I could have maybe taken the boar, 2 boar, and then played animal tamer after. That might have been doable. I think having to start player no miner into Reno Fence was very bad. Yeah, also not getting Plowsow in 13. I really thought I was going to get Plowsow over Family Growth. That would have been better as well. I didn't really need Plowsow because I needed a sow bake action anyways, right? So I have to eat a raw grain here. So that cost me my... so I think I'm 1 point behind catchyslim. I'm at 53 here. Oh, he says 55. I missed something. Yeah, 2 animals off of 2 points. The adventurer really let me down. I mean, this 3 clay. If this 3 clay is a fireplace, I tie for the win. GG catchyslim, nicely played. Yeah, ending at only 7 grain here is really bad. Only 7 grain. Yeah, unfortunately having to eat 3 grain in round 13 was brutal. Yeah, it was just annoying that these guys didn't Reno. No, I wanted these guys to Reno or fence in the last round because if they didn't, then I was gonna be forced to start playing to Reno fence, which like kind of screwed them over. I guess LPT got their actions anyways, but the only reason LPT gets their actions is because Astaroth doesn't Reno, which Astaroth obviously was supposed to Reno. Oh, you bought a vegetable. Ah, that's the other point. Right, makes sense. Oh yeah, overwinter, of course. Nicely done. Yeah. Or if I guess I'm 1 stone short of 2 points because 1 extra stone means I can activate Stone Axe when I took wood last round, and then I have another 2 points. So it's like very close in a bunch of respects. Odd game. Very odd game. Yeah, I feel like Astaroth waited way too long to build their majors, which hurt them because then they didn't build that many majors, and it hurt me because my adventurer wanted him to build majors. My adventurer wanted him to play improvements so that I could play out some of these cards. So I could have played, mostly so I could have played the 3 clay fireplace. That's the number one thing that I wanted. Alright. Well, that was game number 1 on 2-Win Tuesday. Nicely done, catchyslim. Yep, Rent Keeper is great. Yeah, it worked out really well. This was a funny game where the resource inflation was so high that it was all about getting the right actions at the right times. And there were a lot of animals on the board and stuff too. Looks like I just missed out on a game. But hopefully we can get another one shortly. Yeah, nicely played, catchyslim. I'll be back. We'll take a short break and come back for game number 2.